Hi, my favorite people. Thanks for being here. And if you are watching this video, just know that you are favorite. And if it wasn't for God's favor, none of us would be here at this time doing the things that we are doing. So let's not take anything for granted. My name is Vivette, and welcome to Not My Ending, where I'll be sharing my story of how I grew up with the hopes of inspiring or motivating somebody out there to remind them that your past does not define your future. Your past is only a chapter and not your ending. So if you are struggling with something today, just know there's going to be a better tomorrow. So let's begin. So as far as she could remember, she walked barefoot to school up until the age of 15 when she graduated from all-age school. And I believe in America that would be considered elementary school, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, walking barefoot was not her choice. This was her reality. Her parents could not afford her 2 pair of shoes. A matter of fact, back then, having 2 pair of shoes would be considered a luxury. So she had 1 pair of shoes, and that 1 pair of shoes she had to save to go to church on Sundays, or if there was any special occasion or anything like that happening in and around the community that her parents wanted her to attend, she would have that 1 pair of shoes to wear to those functions. So, walking barefoot was not her choice. And, walking barefoot came with a lot of challenges. You are prone to injury. And plenty of times she would buck her toe. In America, you would call that stub toe. And unfortunately enough, each time she's buck her toe, she would have several more times that she would buck the same toe before that toe would heal. But little did she know that those times of walking barefoot would prepare her to walk her journey, to walk into her future, to walk into her purpose. She could remember having to walk on the asphalt, and it would be so hot during this time when the sun was peaking. She would try to walk as close to the banking as she could, just to prevent her foot from burning on the hot asphalt. But despite that, did not stop her. She went to school every day. As a matter of fact, she always had perfect attendance, no matter what. But now she looked back and she could appreciate those times, because looking back, those experience had humbled her and had allowed her to be where she's at today. Those experiences had helped her to achieve all the things that she had achieved in life. Those experiences she didn't know at the time, but those were experiences that was preparing her for what God had planned for her. So if you are struggling with something, if you have a past, don't be afraid or don't be ashamed of your past, because your past is the one that's gonna help you tomorrow. So, don't be afraid, don't be shamed, and don't let the negativity stop you from sharing your journey, because you never know who is out there is listening and who it's gonna help today. So, if her story resonates with you, please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and follow for more. Thank you.